Never gets tiring. It really doesn't. It never does get tiring hearing that music a little bit. I don't know what it's called, but love it very much. With Shovel Knight cleared, it's time to go on to the next one. The game that came out, I believe, 2015. It might have been 2016. I believe this was 2015. Plague of Shadows. Toss bombs on this tricky alternate quest. Shovel Knight. We will name ourselves once again Toxix. I don't know where T is. There it is. I'm blind. I hope you're all having an absolutely wonderful day today. But yes, my friends, the Plague Knight quest is about to commence. Now you might notice we already have 4 relics. We have seemingly a suit of armor. We have 4 pieces of heart, which is interesting. There's a different system underneath our health bar, and there are also music sheets in this game. So, while this game is still very similar to base Shovel Knight, there is a lot more to collect and a lot more to do. And, in my opinion, a very good story. So with that being said, let us be off with Shovel Knight, Plague of Shadows. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. And my chair is squeaky as hell. But villainy ran rampant, and in time, even the most stalwart heroes fell. In the absence of champions, the Enchantress and her Order of No Quarter swept into power. Unbeknownst to everyone, the maniacal alchemist Plague Knight had plans of his own. He sought nothing less than to concoct a potion of unlimited power. A draught so fiendishly potent that nothing he desired would be out of his reach. Each knight unknowingly guards a crucial ingredient. Now, the collection must begin.
Oh, the boss is on his way. We gotta get back to the lab and fast. I don't want to get experimented on.
Just hold square to charge and bomb burst out of here. Come on, hurry up!
Let's experiment.
Welcome to Shovel Knight, Plague of Shadows. This game's movement system is very different. The main mechanic being you're throwing bombs instead of digging shovels. You can throw up to 3 bombs at a time currently. That is not always going to be the case. When you jump in the air, the bombs will go down at an angle in front of you. They also can be used to stall momentum in the air. Bombs will immediately explode dig sites if by holding the action button, you can have yourself burst in the air. And for some reason, a friend is here.
Just hold square to charge and bomb burst out of here. Oh, also be sure to listen when someone is talking. You could miss something important.
Yeah. Very differently than base Shovel Knight, you are immediately given tutorials. This game is super fun and entirely movement-based. And directly above us right now is our very first collectible, and something entirely different than base Shovel Knight. Above us is a Cipher Coin. I will go into detail as to what these do later on, but there are multiple hundreds of these in this game. And while they are not necessary to beat the game, they are necessary for achievements. And I do not know the location of all of them. That is going to be something done on the stream for Plague Knight when that eventually happens. So, yeah, that's something, all right. Plague Knight's movement is very fun. I love launching myself around, and I love blowing shit up. If you couldn't tell, I'm absolutely mentally ill, and so terrorism strikes a very deep chord. Yep, had to go batshit insane. Now, the stage might look familiar to you, and that's because it is almost exactly the same stage as Shovel Knight stage The Plains. However, it's quite different in some major aspects. There are no bubbles. This is a health tonic. That is a full bag of health tonics. However, health tonics usually just come in one. A full bag of tonics to upgrade your max health. Just open the menu with the touchpad and drink them down. If we open the menu, we can go over to them, and by pressing the action button or interact button or by clicking on them, we can look up at our health life at the top of the screen. By drinking one potion, we will gain a temporary extra hit point. These do go away at the end of a stage, or when you die, actually. I believe they do not go at the end of the stage. It's when you die in particular. You will keep these as long as you are alive. Now, this game can get very tricky, to be entirely honest, so have fun with it, because the mechanics and movement in this game are so expressionist that you can just do whatever the hell you want. Now, this dragon, as we saw before, has 5 hits, which I love. That is not the same thing. Your damage dealt is very different in this game, and enemies are higher in health than they were in Base Shovel Knight. Now, the Mixplosions... Oh, wait, that sounds delicious, actually. What would a Mixplosion be? A milkshake? I want ice cream. I want a milkshake, dude. Oh, I want a milkshake so bad. You can dig up the dirt piles even by exploding yourself using a bomb burst, but really, the movement in this game is just so fucking fun. It can be very unforgiving at times, though, so have a little bit of self-restraint. Or, you know, just blow shit up. That's kind of the point of the game. Do whatever you want to do. Have fun with it. Like, who's going to complain if you just blow things up? Not fucking me. Just like in the base Shovel Knight game, there was a music sheet in this room, which we can collect. Though they have a different purpose this time about. Well, kinda. We'll go into that in a little bit. I do just love this game. Playing Plague Knight is genuinely so much fun. Although, I was trying to, last night actually, on my own, on my Switch save file, because like I said, if you have been watching with the Shovel Knight stuff in general, or with Shovel Knight Shovel of Hope, you might have heard me say that I haven't completed Plague Knight. That's the only thing that I haven't actually completed in the game, on my Switch version of the game, which I still think is the definitive way to play it, and I'm going to keep saying that because it's just fantastic. I haven't collected every Cypher Coin, and I haven't completed a lot of the trophies. I was trying to beat this stage, the playing stage here, without taking damage for an achievement. It's not fucking easy. Genuinely, it's not easy, because I was trying to speedrun it, and so I kept running into the dragon. Woo! That was dangerous. But it's just so much fun. There might be something on the screen you notice right now. We're not worried about that. In base Shovel Knight, there's a platform there. In this game, there is not. Plague Knight cannot bounce on bubbles, so you have to be a little bit careful. For the most part, Cypher Coin's hitboxes are very forgiving, so as long as you're within relative range of them, you will probably be fine. Your hurt box is not that forgiving. Sorry, not that, like, generous. So you still have to be within relative range of an enemy in order to hit them. In base Shovel Knight, there was a platform here that led up to a ladder that we could jump on. In this game, there is this thing. Now, what does that do? If we throw some bombs at it, we will open up a cannon for us to shrink inside of and get launched out of. Plague Knight is all about doing dumb shit, man. It's so much fun. I want all the money that I can get for many reasons. Not one of which is to spend it. But Plague Knight does not need the money. This guy does not need money for shit. He's rich as is. But I like money. I'm a greedy bitch. Call me Scrooge the way I just yoink shit. I don't know what I'm saying, man. Just don't worry about it. I'm actually so not looking forward to just finishing stages and having only missed like 2 Cypher Coins. But we're in stage 1, and you can tell we've already gotten 21 of these fucking things. There are a lot. When I said there are hundreds, that was not an exaggeration. There are literally hundreds. Just about every stage has 30 Cypher Coins, and that can get very frustrating to try and deal with. Sir? I don't want that. I wanted so badly to beat the stage without taking damage. I got nervous, and I kept falling. But okay. You know, we can always just do it at a different time. After you've collected a Cypher Coin, once you have died, if you're still within the stage, they will turn to a gray Cypher Coin, granting you, I believe, 5 gold on pickup. I could be wrong. They do not grant gold on pickup. Never mind. I apologize. See, look at that. That's all I wanted to do in the first place, but I forgot where I was in the stage, and so I got scared. Because that's where I kept dying yesterday. Let's jump up here to just make sure. I want to make sure that there's nothing that I'm missing, if I can. But 27, which means, according to that 30 in a stage rule, there should only be 3 left. It is a very rewarding feeling to get every Cypher coin on a stage, just because you know that, like, oh, you explored and you blew shit up. Cypher coins can be hidden in blocks, which is a very annoying thing. It's very unlikely they will be, but they simply are hidden in blocks sometimes, and that does suck. But generally, as long as you're paying attention to the area, you're probably going to be fine. Plague Knight's jumps are unfortunately not that high, so boom blasting is a very fun way to travel around, which makes up for that fact that you cannot move the way you might otherwise expect to, simply because the movement options you do have are so enjoyable, genuinely. Like, it's such a fun fucking time moving around with this guy, and you get so many more movement options later on, making this character just infinitely more fun than base Shovel Knight. And I gotta say, like, that's not a diss on base Shovel Knight. I said it before, base Shovel Knight is my least favorite of the four, but both are fantastic games. Like, all four of these games, all four of the Shovel Knight games here, are brilliant video games and just absolutely fantastic. But this game outshines that a million times over just because of how fucking cool it is. Listen to me, Magicist. I know you're aiding him in his quest for the ultimate potion. Ultimate? What? I haven't seen him since he fled to join the Order of No Quarter. Ah, alchemical trickery. You can't fool me. I know he plans to use the potion to beguile you. Wait. Me? What are you insinuating? Oh, someone's coming! Oh, it's the panicky pushover. Is winning the Magicist's heart worth betraying your allies? What? Where in the world did you hear that? And I know you plan to gather ingredients. The only thing worse than a deranged alchemist is a traitor. Do what you will with the Order, but none threaten the Enchantress and live. Now this fight is about the same as base Shovel Knight, which is very interesting, because you kind of would expect them to be a fair bit different. However, Plague Knight does kind of infantilize a lot of the bosses, to an extent. You just kind of jump in the air and throw bombs at people. And, like, it's very easy to corner trap enemies in this game. That's fucking awesome and really funny. One of the achievements in this game, which is really funny to me, one of the feats, is defeat any knight, any Order of No Quarter knight without, I believe, without taking damage, with the exception of King Knight. Like, they're aware how easy King Knight is as a fucking fight because they made it a feat, and I love that shit. And that was an example of hovering in the air. As I said with Shovel Knight, you can just float in the air infinitely after defeating a boss, and the stage will not end. It's a very fun experience. I love doing it deeply. And yay, everyone's alive! Hooray! They don't want to murder anyone at all. Wow. After completing the plains, we do not dream. Instead, the map opens up to us exactly the same as it was for our dear old Shovel Knight friend. Pressing the square button on PlayStation, the B button on Switch, I believe the X button on Xbox, or whatever button it is on PC, probably right click or tab, or F3, you dirty keyboard users. We can see that we've achieved both music sheets in the stage and all 30 Cypher coins that we could possibly collect here. Now, if we go over to the village here and press square again, there are 3 music sheets and 4 Cypher coins. We cannot move anywhere else, so let's go inside. Halt! No weapons allowed. Wait a minute! Let's just pretend I don't recognize you, and you go safely on your merry way. This doesn't have to get messy. And don't show your creepy bird face around here again, freak! That horseman just ran away at the sight of me. If we try to jump past... Halt! Maybe you didn't hear me through that mask. We already had this conversation, pal. You're not supposed to be here. Now get lost before I lose my patience. Well, it seems like we can't enter, so let's go left. Hey, mole friend.
Psst. Hey, Plague Knight. I'm still guarding a secret entrance, but I lost the key. The locksmith should be here in a week or two. Maybe you could wait until then?
What if I just don't? Hey, a Cypher coin. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a single Cypher coin that I have never found in this fucking area. To this day. Wait, what did I just see? I thought I just saw something in the air there. What? I'm still missing 1 Cypher coin here, but let's blow this shit up. Hedge pupil, you okay there, pal? Why do you look so sad? Well,
I guess I'm canceling a locksmith appointment. This was the house I grew up in.
Yeah, sorry, pal. I don't have the slightest fucking clue where the last cipher coin in this area is. I am to this day missing one single cipher coin after having played this game a very long time ago. Hey, it's Shovel Knight! Oh, he just gets to walk. Oh, never mind. I guess he is talking to the guy. Sure, that's fine. Plague Knight Plague of Shadows takes place at the exact same time as Base Shovel Knight. And how are we supposed to return the music sheets to the bard if we can't go talk to him? Well, that's simply not a problem, because we are not giving them to him.
Mona, we have a big, problem on our hands. We've been found out.
Oh, the Black Knight thing? Yeah, Magus filled me in. Don't worry your beak. That fool has nothing on us. Look, all we need to worry about is those final ingredients. We're stuck languishing here in obscurity until then.
Yes, the essences. I shall pay our friends a little visit and, borrow them.
Right. And while you're doing that, I'll keep researching ways to get more bang for our buck. Know what they say? The bigger the explosion,
The better the alchemist. Yes! Let's get to work.
Mona, the friendly potion smith of the first game, is Plague Knight's greatest assistant. Unbeknownst to us, there is an entire factory.
Those lips never cease to about the news.
Truly a dizzying display of technology. Anyway, welcome back to the Potionarium. So, what are we working on? Cipher coins are used with Mona. Okay, I have a bunch of new toys designed, but we still have to build them. We'll need 40 cipher coins for materials. Unfortunately, Mona, I do not have 40 cipher coins. Fine. Don't want firepower? I mean, it's your choice and all. We can talk to Mona at any point in time to shop, spending money on items. There is casing, which changes how our bombs are thrown and act while in the air. Powder, which changes the explosions of our bombs. And fuse, which changes the time that it takes for our bombs to explode. Bomb bursts change how we move in this game. I am going to cover not all of these. I probably will. I don't like all of these. If I'm being completely honest, I think base Plague Knight feels the best. And it's like not close. But that's me. There are a lot of customization options in this game, so literally just do whatever the hell you want. The lob casing arcs into the air before it comes crashing down. This is the same thing, except if you jump into the air and throw it, it will still go down at an angle. The powder tracer will produce wall climbing flames going across the platform that you throw it on and moving around, effectively acting as the sun from Super Smash Bros. If you are familiar with that. Cascade powder produces waves of fire in both directions, effectively the exact same thing. Long fuse takes a long time after throwing, I never would have guessed. And float burst means that you slowly fall to the ground after using your bomb burst. Then you can press down in the air to fall again. I don't need any of these, so let's just go explore. I mean, look at this area, man. We clearly are fucking rich if we can afford all of this stuff. But let's go talk to our friends here. This is a minion. I picked up your special delivery. Want to take a look and settle the bill? A bait bomb! We can toss a sparkling pit and see what flies up. This is the equivalent of the fishing rod from Shovel Knight Treasure Trove Shovel of Hope. By doing the same action input that it is that you have set on your controller, I don't fucking know what it is in other games, you can throw the bait bomb. It will automatically move and then just jump into a pit if there is one. If there's a sparkling pit, it will jump into the pit and fish it up. Boring, you have to wait? I don't want to do that. I always carry a full stock of health tonics with me. I quaff a couple of... I quaff a couple? Oh, quaff as in like I drink a couple. Okay. At the first sight of danger.
Don't worry, boss. I'll keep walking back and forth here just like you asked.
They're a good Fuck it on my face. Good minions. Thank you. Ow! Help! Oh, hello, Plague Knight. Plague Knight tried to interrogate me, but I think I threw him off the trail. Whether it's business or personal, don't worry. Your secrets are safe with me, Plague Knight.
Anyway, yes, of course. You'd like potions, would you?
We can buy health tonic maxes by the maximum number of health tonics we can hold for 300. That is simply because we already have 2. It is more expensive depending on the amount that you need. Or we can upgrade our alchemy power. If we look at the left top of our screen, we can see that we have our bait bomb. By pressing up and the square button, we will use some of our alchemy power to throw one out. This is a remote bomb that will move on its own, exploding at the first contact that it makes with an enemy or a block. It's a very fun experience. Or we can talk to her, spend... Oh, you want me to let your hood down? It's okay. I want money. Give me money. We can drink some power, and clearly there's only enough room for one more segment, so... Let's see, 7,500? Alright. The relics in this game are quite different than that in Shovel Knight, though they may seem familiar at first. They are very fun to use. Let's talk to Percy here. Ah, Plague Knight, my good friend, a moment of your time.
How can I help you, Percy?
I've run out of paper and I can't fit any more ballistic formulae on my hoof. I'm in desperate need.
So you need glue as well? I know where you can make some.
Oh, why thank you, but just the paper will do. And, by the way, you're looking a bit forlorn lately. Maybe I'll repay your kindness with some love advice?
I'll fucking kill you, Percy. My ally, that's 3 sheets of paper you brought me. 500 gold for each? Well, what is this folly? There's some sort of musical notation scribbled all over it. On both sides. There's nowhere for me to write. Useless. Into the trash bin it goes.
Was he talking? I must have blanked out.
Percy, with no need for the paper, will throw it to our friend here. Hello, Oolong.
Everyone works so hard down here. Yes, and Oolong want to help. Can help. Can make music. But got tired. Fell asleep. When awake, forgot almost all music. So sad. Poor Oolong. Will think very hard. Maybe remember more musics. Then I help. I help science. Oh, spend long time to remember musics. I can play good song. Will be good treat. So, Doctor and I, Oolong ready. You listen some music now? Loo, make some music. Yes, bravo, little best music, I remember.
Steal thy shovel. A decisive blow. No weapons here. The alchemist haven and prime your potions. Yeah, there are only 15 total music sheets in this game. It is quite nice knowing there's not that many. With 2 more cipher coins available, we've collected 3 cipher coins in the area. 1,000,000%. Hold on, am I stupid? Am I dumb? What? No, it wasn't the cipher coin, it was the paper! I don't have the fucking slightest clue where the last sheet music is in this stage. That's what it was. It wasn't cipher coin. I'm like, did I really miss a cipher coin? I don't think I could have possibly missed one. But no, it's a paper. Now that we've gone through the village and have our home base set up and met, we can move forward to maybe the Trover Pond? There is a paper here. My friend?
There's definitely nothing here, boss. I did my most thorough check.
Should we move on? Get out of my face. Well, I guess he's right. I guess there was nothing there. Let's head over to Pridemore Keep, the lair of King Knight. And if you remember from our Shovel Knight playthrough, there is a secret to the left. Let's just do this, I guess. And show an example of fishing! Well, fuck. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to throw a fish into the sparkling pit and get a goldfish! Another sheet music has been earned, and I don't have the slightest clue where the 30 cipher coins in this stage are. I pretty much always find all but 2 whenever I play a stage, and I'm like, alright, there's usually 28 or 29 missing. cannot possibly know where the last ones are. If you are someone who completes a stage and just on the first try finds every Cypher coin, you're just actually great at the game. I'm gonna be completely honest. You're like ridiculously intelligent and probably super beautiful. I'm just gonna say that, you know, y'all are some beautiful motherfuckers if you can do all of that. See, why can they not get hit by lava? It is fun experiencing the same stages as Flag Knight because they play so differently. And if you're worried that the Shovel Knight Treasure Trove games are all the exact same stages, they are very much not. Even in Flag Knight, the stages are quite different, though they may have a similar layout. The actual way you proceed through stages is often different. And not only are the actual methods of movement and exploration different, in the other two games, King Knight, King of Cards, and Spectre Knight, Spectre of Torment, they are entirely different. There are no similar stages to base Shovel Knight or to Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows. They are entirely new games, featuring entirely new stages. I would definitely like to get as many feats as possible done without having to go into the streaming version of this, but who knows? It's just a very fun experience through and through. I have to say, Plague Knight was not my favorite one to play for a very long time. Spectre Knight was just my absolute favorite. I've talked about it before. Spectre Knight is honestly in my maybe top 5 video game experiences ever. I love Spectre Knight, Spectre of Torment. I think that game is fucking brilliant. But yeah, what was once initially a mini-boss stage now has even more things for us to explore, including some Cypher coins. Like I said, they can be hidden in blocks of dirt. Very fucking annoying, but I guess we have to take that. I don't know if that ever came up in the original game, but if you are currently in invulnerability and you hit spikes, they won't damage you. So, yeah, it's a good thing to pay attention to, because you can absolutely damage yourself in this character, in this game. Alright, let's just be smart about it. Get the money. Bastardry! I thought I was getting hit by the mouse. The rat? Okay. I cannot get enough of just how good these games do feel to play. Like, every single one of them has a movement mechanic that is just fucking fantastic. Now, this chest is a little bit different, because whereas the first big chest we saw and opened had naught but some money in it, this chest has something very familiar. It has the Flare Wand, which is a worthless relic. Maybe someone else would want this garbage. No, of course, what would a mad scientist need to do? Oh, sorry, a brilliant alchemist. We're not a mad scientist at all. What would a mad scientist want with a wand that shoots fire? What the hell would I need that for? I have bombs. Explain to me what shooting fire is going to do. Well, fucking nothing. That's what. If we kill the wizard... Ow. If we destroy the wisdom here, we can widowy beat a wizard. And by that I mean we can jump down to the room we were just in and just use all sorts of movement canceling. And it's very, very fun. There is something that I haven't talked about yet, and that is burst bombing. Upon burst bombing, you cannot burst bomb again until you make contact with solid ground having landed. There is no way to circumvent this as far as I'm aware. You will literally have to touch ground again before doing another burst bomb. I used it, jump, we can charge again, but we cannot charge another one. Am I wrong about that? What the fuck? Apparently I'm just ass. For the life of me, I thought you couldn't. Okay. Ignore everything. You know what? I've never said a single correct piece of information about the Shovel Knight games at all. That's a bit unfortunate. I actually kind of needed that chandelier, but I mean, I guess we can just do this instead. I'm gonna throw the bait bomb down and see what's inside this fishing hole. For the most part, the fishing holes in this game are just going to drop you tonics, and you probably should use them in the inventory while you have the ability to do so. As far as I'm aware, I do not recall if your health can increase in this game. It's been a long time since I played through Flag Knight on its own, but if you recall what's down here, there's a Shovel Knight-shaped door! And no platforms. Thankfully, we do have the ability to throw ourselves across. By standing in front of this door, nothing happens. Sometimes you have to hold up. Sometimes you have to hold down. Sometimes you have to face the right direction. I don't know why, but this specific door is so finicky. It just doesn't work half the time. However, it worked this time, and there's Chester, who would normally have the flare rod. So what does that mean for this version of the game? Well, let's go talk to him. Hey, Chester, baby. quart in a beaker or stuffed in a bag, Chester's always got all the swag. Hey, nice relic, pal. You know, I could take that off your hands and give you something a little more interesting. That is right. By trading the flare wand, we can get a big boom. 5 big booms for free. You will trade the relics that you find throughout stages for explosive weapons, if you will. The big boom here produces a potent explosion with a far-reaching radius. This is effectively Bomberman, and that's not an exaggeration. Like, that is 100% just a Bomberman explosion, and it's a very fun item to use that. I love using the big boom.
Can I go in? Can I go in, please? Thank you.
I often find holding down on that seems to work, but that isn't always going to be the case. Don't know why that is. Just sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's a very finicky door. I guess it's meant to implicate that. No, I cannot defend that. That door does not work half the time. It's very annoying, to be honest. However, it is really annoying that I keep taking damage when I'm trying to do hitless runs of stages. But it's still very fun. Ow, bro! What the hell, man? There is a checkpoint up there. Well, I guess it's through a little bit, and then there's a checkpoint up there. But it's not really something to worry about.
Gold armor friend, you die?
And unlike Shovel Knight, who would no longer have the ability to get up there, we can just, blow ourselves up. I love blowing myself up. I love blowing myself. What? Who said that? Secret! Secret! Whee! Plague Knight's so fun, man. Beep, beep, boo. What are your names again? Beaky and Cheeky McFleeky? I think that's where I think that's pretty much exactly what the names were. That's what Pidemore King said. But we know that there are Gemeries behind these, so let's look around. Hold on a second. Are you a secret? You're not a secret. Let me not explode a checkpoint. I'm not worried about it. It's the exact same thing. If you break a checkpoint, you know, same thing happens. But I'd rather not just break a checkpoint just because. Man, it is so fucking fun to move with Plague Knight. I just love the speed he gets. I love mobility in video games. Like, any video game where I can just fucking zoom is so much fun. Like, good movement is really the cornerstone of any video game.
Hey, look, it's the same secret from before. Except it's just money and nothing else, sadly.
Will you die? Will you die for me? Thanks for taking 2 hits, I guess. I don't know why you did. Thought you would have died by then, but... Guys, it's okay. I didn't need you to die anyways. I don't want you here anymore. There are mana pods around the stage which you can use to refill your magical alchemical power, but it's kind of unnecessary. For the most part, it does recharge on its own, which you probably noticed by now. When it goes into the orange, it recharges a little bit slower. Sorry, no, not when it goes into orange. When it empties out completely, it recharges just a teeny bit slower. But if you leave it with some magical power in, you're probably going to be fine. You cannot use alchemical power once it reaches 0. So you have to use this, wait for it to recharge back up, it go fast, or you throw all of it. You do not need a full bar to do everything, and it recharges a little bit slower. Bit unfortunate, isn't it, bro? There honestly just isn't all that much to say. It's kind of all just the... everything that I would talk about is kind of just like the same thing as I would have talked about in Shovel Knight. But there's just movement. It's just a fun fucking experience through and through. A tricky experience at times too. Like, I cannot hold with you. This Plague Knight game can be very difficult at times, especially if once you are trying to use specific weapons or customization options in your bombs later on. It can get very, very difficult. But I think that's kind of a rewarding feeling. Like, once you master a new bomb type or a new set of upgrades or equipment, it feels fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, I love murder in video games. Exclusively in video games, and definitely not in real life.
How lovely. Like, the sound effects in this game are so good. And you can't tell by the fact that my voice is a little deeper today.
It's because I'm a bit tired. Oh yeah, shouldn't there be a bait in this room? Or at least I believe there was with Shovel Knight. I believe there was a bait spot in this room. Now, the book works a little bit differently. By that I mean it works the exact fucking same. Just kind of move. It's very fun. I do like that the one tutorial they give you in this game, literally the only tutorial that they give you at all, is just, hey, you should hold square. I almost died. I did not appreciate that. Now that we have more than one relic, well, I can show you that. This does nothing. By pressing the L button, or ZL, by pressing the L button on your PlayStation controller, the LB on your Xbox controller, or the L button on your Switch controller, you can go to your relics and change which explosive arcana weapon you have. We can change literally in just a repeating order between all of our options. So we have the Big Boom or Bait Bomb. We're gonna use the Bait Bomb until the fish inside, and then if you want to change back, same thing, just hold it down, quickly swap. No button is needed, you just hold the button down, move it with the joysticks or with the D-pad, and you are good to go. Now, you might have noticed before I did that with the R button. The exact same thing happens, where we can switch our bomb casing by pressing and holding the right bumper, or R, on your Switch or PlayStation controller, and then pressing the D-pad in the opposite directions. To be entirely honest, I have no idea how the fuck... Oh, you press X! Interesting! I was gonna say, I have no idea how to activate the health tonics that appear in the middle of this, but you just press X. That's pretty interesting. It's also nice having a quick pause button. Gonna be honest, there are absolutely times where using this can save you from dying. And that's fantastic. Any more reason to just kind of explore the world and have fun controls is always a good thing, if you ask me. Ow! I'm bad at video games. But I'm not the worst. That's you, isn't that right, viewer? Aren't you just a stinky video game guy? I want to get all the money because there was food and a potion. We also have already played this stage, so we know that there's a griffin here. What were their names? Was it Griffo and Bicko? Something like that? Sounds about right. We can fight Le Kingu Knight. Plague Knight. You double-crossing constable of crucibles. Having fun in your little kingdom? Oh, sorry, I meant kingdom. Oh, this lavish lifestyle is in my blood, peon. Bask in the glimmering grace of a true monarch. Why is my voice changed versus when I fought Shovel Knight? Fuck you, different timeline. As the embodiments of opulence, I demand tribute. Let's have that essence. I think I'll take that nice crown, too. Yes. While the fights are very similar, they are not, in fact, exactly the same. They do add extra moves based on the games, and that can be pretty fun. They're not entirely difficult or anything. They're not, like, super different, but, you know, the AI is just a little bit different. So, if that's something you're interested in, sure, have fun with that. I'm gonna use fish bombs to kill him. I think that'd be fun. Sir, you better don't. You better don't right now. I said don't! I could have also beaten a boss without taking damage, but it wouldn't matter because it's specifically not King Knight. I do love that we can just hold square whenever and constantly be flashing, but upon defeating our bosses, a kingly essence has appeared for us to take. We're also going to take that crown, but, you know. 1 essence down, 11 more to go. That's not true at all. I made that number up. We have returned to our potionarium. Drop the essence into my dynamo decanter here. That is exactly how my wife talked to me when we first... Never mind. Essences are volatile, but my breakthrough design stabilizes them. Once the essences are all distilled together, if my research is correct, then we can craft the ultimate potion. King Knight's essence is ours, and I discovered that his crown isn't real gold. I know it. Pretender indeed. Well, let's get down to business then. And watch this Luigi's Mansion-esque, not Luigi's Ashen-esque, Luigi's Mansion-esque cutscene of the essence being put into the goop. I love that. The Dynamo Decanter is a very fun thing. It's interesting, and it really does just make me think of Luigi's Mansion for the original GameCube. I loved that game as a kid. It was fantastic. I still do love it. So, what are we working on? Well, I have more than 40 Cypher coins, so let's pay a few of those and see what's going on. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, stand back as I test my hypothesis. By using 40 coins, Mona can use them and magically turn them in with the power of alchemy into... sparkles. take a gander at your new arsenal, huh? Yeah, that's right. We had now the float casing. Floats up and away when thrown. The component powder. Keep throwing in bombs to make a bigger boom. I like this one a lot. This is a very fun explosive weapon to use. Centrifuge hovers in place before seeking out targets. Another very fun one, but I still prefer the base. Quick fuse blows up almost immediately when thrown. This is the best upgrade in the game, and I will have nothing else other than... No, I'm just kidding. This is a very good upgrade, and it is the best fuse in my opinion. I love the quick fuse. There is bullet burst, which fires a blast in front of you when launching. We are going to grab that as well. I will eventually buy every single casing and all of that, and every single powder and fuse and burst, but for the time being, I just don't really care. I like the basic, and I don't really do anything other than bounce casing in general. I think bounce casing is the best and most fun casing. By changing our bomb components, you might notice that our bomb itself looks a little bit different. We have now changed the fuse from being the standard fuse to a shorter, quick fuse, and I think that is a very fun thing to do. We can look at our burst here and see how that changes. By holding it down, we launch a fire explosion down in front of us, and it is a very decent and damaging weapon at times. It can be very, very, very helpful. I will grab, as another example, the lob casing, just to show you just how much this bomb can change. Because look, now it has a fucking sword. I don't know why, but it does. I guess it's a handle for you to just yeet the fucking thing? I don't get it, but it's cool. Imagine having just like a collection of all of these bomb components and like how they could look. That'd be such a sick like collector's item, just to have a replaceable or customizable Plague Knight bomb. I would love that thing. But I do prefer the quick fuse. I think it's the most satisfying bomb fuse to use in the entire game. If we go talk to our friend the mailman here, we have another letter for us. I see your actions. Yes, behold, you spent 40 minutes and 7 seconds questing and collected 11,847 gold. You've tossed 657 bombs and bomb bursted 242 times. You're quite scary, but your loss is in battle number 1, so be wary. Lastly, 12 is the number of tonics you've quaffed. Yours sincerely, Grandma Swamp. What the? Do you know this person? She's got to be a witch. Don't you ever talk about my grandmum like that.
Hello, stranger. Thank you for always being there for me. Percy, you little fucking swamp monkey. What you doing? There's notes on both sides. What a blockhead.
Too long. My friend. You got my music for me? Oh, you have too long.
Yeah! If I press the square button, well, after he appears, I got both music sheets. So why did only one thing appear? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. But we have to fight and murder once again. If I recall correctly, even these stages are the same as Base Shovel Knight, which is really unfortunate. Okay, well, he chased after me and then decided, why must lawnmower? Why must lawnmower right now? Why must lawnmower? Ow, you fucker! I didn't mean to exit that. Oh, it's not a lawnmower, it's a plane. I'm just dumb. For science! Yes! Oh, there's still nothing here, but there is the best music in the game. Okay, alright, I'm gonna be horrifying. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I just recorded this stage and some extra stuff after that, and I didn't do a good job. It was bad. Like, it was not good, man. I was talking about some stuff that happened in real life, and just didn't explain it well at all. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the literal entire game, which is 4 things, I think, 4 or 5 stages that I did, however many, and just, you know, redo it. Instead of making you sit through the garbage that would have been the Lich Yard, I've simply reset the entire save file, got everything that I had, and I'm going to do it again. because that's easier, somehow. I don't know. But what is easier, or maybe not easier, but fun, is I'm going to show you just how fast you can actually beat a stage in this game. Because, I mean, I kind of did with King Knight stage, because there was a paper sheet or something that I missed. I don't remember what I missed. I missed something in King Knight stage, in original Shovel Knight game. But you can very quickly blitz through stages in this game. And it's very, very fun. I think this game is actually at its best when you're attempting to just go as fast as possible. I think it is the most fun way to play the game. That's like, nothing else is close, to be honest, compared to just bursting through everything in the game. Which I think Plague Knight really does emphasize movement more than anyone else in the game. I mean, to an extent, I could argue Spectre Knight does, but that is something entirely different, and something that I don't know if that's really something that a lot of people would agree with, or if that's just because of how I play Spectre Knight, which is entirely based on movement, which is what I like in video games. If a game has a good movement system, there is nothing else that I really need. I mean, it has to feel good to play and look good to play and sound good and all that shit, but if you got a good movement system, you are more than halfway there as far as I'm concerned. Bomberman! Damn. Rip, bro. We're still gonna get everything, and within this relic chest is the Phase Locket, which means we now have to find a very hairy man named Chester to give this off to. Let's not fall to our deaths. I definitely didn't do that during the original recording. No, sir, I did not. Alright, in this, we need to make sure that our bomb gets inside that little hole to knock that down, and those helmets there can very quickly lead to your death if you touch the water, because our little plaggy friend cannot swim. Why can't Shovel Knight swim in the water? He's heavy or something. Stop it! I need to survive. Hello, sir. Please do me a favor and disappear. Thank you. Oh, thanks for the food. That's appreciated. Hey, another elevator rocket cannon thingy. I do like these. These are very fun mechanics. And it's a nice twist to a stage that was otherwise mostly the same, having just an extra way to move to traverse it or find pathways and things. I like that a lot. It's a good stage, man. It is. I think I still do prefer the basic Shovel Knight version of this stage more compared to the Plague Knight version, but like, you're comparing apples to oranges. What? I don't know. Ask Tony what that means. I didn't fucking make that up. Neither did Tony. Neither did he, actually. Just saying shit. I wish that I knew where every secret was in this game, so I could just show all of them off in this Let's Play, you know? But sometimes you just gotta admit you're a dumb piece of shit, and that the ghosts are lit, and that explosions are lit. I don't know what I'm saying. Look, I want to blow this bitch up. That's it. I like blowing things up. There's only so many terrorist jokes I can make before the FBI watch agent is like, no, there might actually be something wrong with this person. Which there is. I'm a terrorist. But, Jesus, I'm gonna get in trouble. I think I'm tired as well. Like, my voice has had a lot more bass in it today and depth in it today. Which is very interesting. I found myself yawning a fair bit, even though I've been feeling mostly okay. I'm not sure why I'm super tired, but... I honestly should probably be dead. And in-game as well. I was not expecting to survive that at all. Hey, buddy. You come over? Thanks, pal. Whoa. Relax with yourself. I'm not trying to crush my skull. Unless it's between the thighs of a beautiful woman. Then absolutely, please. Why am I horny and suicidal playing Plague Knight? Fuck. What more is in the spirit of emo than... horny? I don't fuck... Kinda. What am I talking about, dude? Someone's gotta actually shoot me one of these days. Or my friend Ella, she likes to say blend to my phone, and I'm like, okay, pal. I do love this burst boost as a method of clearing out pathways. That's one of my favorite things to do with it. Just being able to lob a few extra damage down, very satisfying. Thank you. I'm kind of not trying to go super fast, but I'm also not trying to be slow with it. And I feel like this is still relatively fast-paced, and I like that a lot. Shovel Knight gives you the opportunity to kind of just play however you want. And the same thing goes for Plague Knight, which is something that you might not have expected, that there is still so much like versatility and control over your actions, how different playstyles are still absolutely allowed. We can trade the Phase Locket for Leech Liquid. When we take this, it'll take all of our magic ability that we currently have, meaning we will instantly be fully drained and cannot use anything else, giving us a temporary effect to regain life from hitting enemies. The life does have to reach us though, so we do not gain health until the orbs come back. I believe it's around 3 seconds, might be a little bit longer. I'm not sure of the exact timing that we have the bonus, but not my favorite item. But I'm still going to show you where to get every item just because it's kind of like a big part of the game. Even if I'm most likely never touching it again. You might have noticed the cut there. I just said something that I didn't mean to say. And I don't think that was a good idea for me to have said. Because it was a major story spoiler. And I'd rather not have done that. But the Leech Life item is definitely helpful for certain things. It just definitely didn't just say the final boss, so... No, I definitely didn't. I did not, I promise I did not say the name of the final boss of Plague Knight, Plague of Shadows. That is not what happened. I swear. Hey, Skelly Bros, y'all are gonna get me killed! But I believe I showed this off, that you could rotate through these by holding the L button down, and the same thing using the R button on console, or whatever it is. And that'll allow you to quickly change through the equipped items that you have. I'm pretty sure I did that. If I didn't, well, RIP. There you go, now you know. You can do this and just drastically and quickly change through, and the same thing. You can go through every single selection of bomb component that you have and just go make your own on the spot. It's very fun. I love it a lot. The customization options in this game are fucking fantastic. And Plague Knight especially, having so many of them, it only makes sense that there would be an ease of access way to do it. I almost died. Thanks for the tonic. Appreciate that you brought it up here. I do like that a lot. I like that the tonic in general kind of... Woo! I should probably be dead. You know what? I did just say I should probably be dead, so I guess that's kind of fair. But I didn't mean because I got killed. I meant because I died by being stupid. Is there any way to die other than by being stupid? You ask me. The answer is most likely yes. Why did I get so much momentum there? I went fucking flying. Am I a fucking I mean, I am wearing a plague mask, which... Alright, maybe I am a bird. Boom, 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 boom. Help. So we've already died more times in Plague Knight than we have in the entirety of Shovel Knight combined. I don't know if that's actually true. I believe it was 20 or so? I don't know why I got an accent there for a second, but I did, so I guess I have an accent now. I mean, I kind of always have had an accent, but like, not like a kind of a language accent. More like a dialect type thing. It is annoying though. I kind of hate that I talk the way that I do now. Because I used to make a very, very purposeful intention to not speaking in a specific mannerism. But, you know, you meet enough people, you talk with enough people for so long, it's difficult. But through these gates lie my friend, my favorite boy. So, Reaper meets Reaper. But you are no kindred spirit. What have you come to harvest, foolish alchemist? Some guy is smoking outside the fucking window again. So, Reaper meets Reaper. But you are no kindred spirit. What have you come to harvest, foolish alchemist? If only you could see me yawning under this mask. Ooh, spooky ghost. Did he just hiss? Nasty. A mask indeed. As benefits a hollow, blustering fool. You hide only from yourself. How tragic that you shall never emerge from cowardice. For here, your story must end.
Sir? Sir?
Thankfully, we do have a very good weapon here called our Burst Bomb. Or a Burst? What is it called? Bomb Burst? I don't know what the fuck this upgrade's called. But I'm going to use this as a way to do it a bunch of damage from afar. Because I don't want this bastard to get near me. Actually, I kind of want it to get near me, just not in game. What? Who said that? Yo, relax. Yo, relax, my friend. I'm just trying to get up on the fucking platform because I can't see where I am. It's a lot harder. And then he does the big round. Bank, bank. Well, as long as he doesn't touch the ground, we can jump into the air and just stay up here. You lied to me. I lied to all of you. I'm sorry. I also lied to you about not being able to get any more health. I honestly forgot. No, you can get, I believe, 3 health upgrades in this game. Other than the tonics. I may be incorrect about that. Pretty sure it's 3. But I love Spectre Knight's essence. It looks so good. But we're not done here. That is our first feat of the game, and it is for watching the entirety of Mona's dance. Creep. Thanks, game. You really know me. Alright, by pressing any button on our controller, we will spin down. And can I just say, the rotoscoping? I don't think it's actually called rotoscoping, I don't know what you'd call it. But the animation on the turntable, when it's going slowly, look directly underneath Plague Knight's feet. That shit is beautifully done. I love it. It genuinely looks like a 3D object. It looks so fucking nice. But let's head on down and talk to the mistress. Mona? What were you doing in here? Ahem. How long were you watching? And you operated my torque lifts unsupervised. I just dropped in. I barely saw anything. Come on. I'm not some creep. Well, I guess the charade is up. Yeah, I dance down here. All the time. By myself. Big deal. By yourself? That doesn't sound like fun. Well, whatever. I don't see anyone rushing to join me. I'm used to the solitude by now. Wish I could help you there, but... you know, 2 left feet and all. Yeah, it's no big deal. Anyway... Spectre Knight has given up the ghost. Look at his essence, dude. Like, it has the red outline for his cape, the yellowish, orangish armor that he wears. I love that shit. It is such a good essence. And now Mona is going to press the painting into reality. I don't remember how the fuck it works, but it's cool. I love what you just mentioned. Great. I needed to swing by the Lich Yard and scrape up some ectoplasm later anyways. So this is fantastic. Your face. You look different. Is something the matter? Silly. I'm smiling. Oh, by the way, take a swig of this health potion I made for you. Maybe it'll help? Yay! He drinks from a straw like a little sweetie. So, what are we working on? Well, for 60 Cypher Coins, we can... Yeah, we don't have 60 Cypher Coins. But we did get all 30 in that stage, nicely enough. But with that being said, that has been Shovel Knight, Treasure Trove, Plague of Shadows. Had to remember what it was called for a second. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. Let's replay the Mona Dash just for a little bit. See you guys next time. Bye.